Hey there, folks, it's Myke here, and boy, do I have a story for you today. You know how people are always asking, how do I meet a good Filipino woman? Well, let me tell you. Sometimes love finds you when you least expect it. And that's exactly what happened to me. My story is so heartwarming and so inspiring that I just had to share it with all of you. It's a tale of love that crossed oceans, of two hearts finding each other in this big, crazy world. The journey to find love wasn't easy, and I had my fair share of heartbreaks and disappointments. But you know what they say, when one door closes, a window opens. In my situation, that window was an app on my phone. Who would have thought that true love was just an app away? Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Let me tell you how I met my amazing Filipina fiancé, Ai. It all started on a regular Tuesday evening. I was sitting at home, probably in my pajamas, scrolling through a dating app. I wasn't expecting much. But then, boom, there she was. Ai's profile popped up. And my world tilted on its axis. Her smile was radiant. Her eyes sparkled with kindness. And her bio was witty and charming. I must have stared at her picture for a good 5 minutes before I worked up the courage to send her a message. A's response came faster than I expected. And just like that, we were off. We talked about everything under the sun. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. My connection with AI grew stronger with each passing day. As our online relationship blossomed, I faced the challenges of long-distance love head-on. We became more creative with our dates. Movie nights became synchronized Netflix viewing parties. Dinner dates turned into cooking the same meal together over video call. It wasn't always easy. Our determination to make it work was inspiring. Communication became our superpower. We talked about everything, our hopes, our fears, our dreams for the future. We shared the big moments and the small ones too. AI would send me pictures of the beautiful sunsets in Cebu. I wanted to show AI my attempts at cooking Filipino dishes, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were moments of doubt, times when the distance felt insurmountable. There were nights when I'd look at the space beside my bed and wonder if this was all worth it. But then I'd remember Ai's laugh, her kindness, her strength, and I knew she was worth every mile between us. The day finally arrived. I boarded a plane, my heart pounding with excitement and nerves. After what felt like the longest flight of my life, I landed in Cebu. As I strolled through the airport, my gaze swept across the crowd until I spotted her. AI had a large sign that read, "Welcome, Myke." Our gazes locked and time seemed to stop. The first time we hugged, it was everything we had dreamed of and more. We spent the first day just walking around Cebu City, holding hands, still in disbelief that we were finally together. The next day, we headed to Santiago Bay Garden Resort. Picture this. Pristine beaches, crystal clear water, and two lovebirds walking along the shore. I spent hours talking, laughing, and getting to know each other in person. We watched the sunset together, marveling at how perfectly our hands fit together. Now, folks, we all know that meeting the parents can be scarier than facing a room full of hungry sharks. And for me, this moment had arrived. I had arranged for us to have dinner with her family at AA Barbecue, a popular local restaurant. I was so nervous that evening. As we walked into the restaurant, my palms were sweating, but I squeezed my hand reassuringly. Her family was already there. Her parents, siblings, and even a couple of aunts and uncles. To my relief, Ai's family welcomed me with open arms. Her mom hugged me like I was already part of the family. Her dad shook my hand firmly with a twinkle in his eye that seemed to say, "So you're the one who's been making my daughter so happy." By the end of the night, it felt as if I had known this family forever. After successfully meeting Ai's family, I had a surprise plan. I'd heard about this amazing location called the 10,000 Roses Café in Cordova and knew I had to take Ai there. So the following evening, we went on what I believed was just a regular dinner date. As we approached the cafe, Ai's eyes widened in wonder. Imagine this: thousands of white LED-powered roses illuminating the night, creating a sea of soft twinkling lights. It felt like stepping into a fairy tale. The expression on Ai's face justified all the planning. We walked hand in hand through the garden, enjoying the beautiful scenery. We found a cozy area to sit and admire the vista. The cafe overlooked the ocean, and with the illuminated roses in the foreground and the starry sky above, it was nothing short of magical. In this moment, surrounded by 10,000 bright roses and hugging the lady I loved, I realized I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. The next day, I awoke with butterflies in my stomach. Today was the day I would ask Ai's parents for their blessing. I wore my best shirt and went to Ai's family home. I arrived, my hands shaking as I knocked on the door. Ai's mom welcomed me with a warm smile. I asked to speak with both parents privately. With all the courage I could muster, I began to speak. Then I asked for their blessing to marry their daughter. Ai's parents gave their blessing wholeheartedly. With the parents' blessing secured and a beautiful proposal, Ai and I were on cloud 9. But reality soon set in. My trip was coming to an end, and I had to face the difficult goodbye. The evening before my departure, we lingered on the beach, embracing each other tightly, hoping to imprint every detail of the moment in our memories. The goodbye at the airport was heart-wrenching. There were tears, long hugs, and promises to stay strong. As I boarded the plane, I felt like I was leaving a piece of my heart behind. But I also felt hope. Back in the US, I immediately started the K-1 visa process. That's the Fiancé visa, which would allow Ai to come to the US so we can get married, for those who don't know. Ai and I spent months gathering documents, filling out forms, and praying for good news. The waiting was the hardest part, but our love proved stronger than any obstacle. Now, folks, I know you're all dying to know how this story ends. Our visa was approved, and we are now planning our wedding. Our journey taught us valuable lessons about love. I want to share some advice with all of you. Communication is key. Be open and honest. Share your feelings, your fears, your dreams. Use technology to your advantage. Patience and trust are crucial. Good things come to those who wait. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the best of luck on your journey to finding love.